Hello everyone. Today I am going to discuss uh, a topic from relational algebra, and that means a topic from relational algebra which is included in the subject database management system. So as we know that in database management system, rdbms, relational database management system, there is the relational algebra for manipulating the relation of table. So in relational algebra there are so many relational operations or algebraic operations which operates on relation, and after manipulating the data it will produce the result as a relation also. So here we will consider about one of the relation which is known as outer join. So the relation we will study, relational operation, which we find in relational algebra in DBMS or database management system. The one of the important operation is known as join, and join operation, there are two types of join operation. What is inner join and other is outer join. So here we will see the example of outer join. Okay, so we will discuss about outer join. Now outer join, there are varieties of outer join. Suppose there is left outer join, there is right outer join, and another operation is full outer join. So we will full outer join, or it can be said as outer join also. So we will study about the outer join operation. Now to study or to discuss about the topic on outer join, we are here with one of the example question which from outer join. So question is already given in the screen. So consider two relations R1 AB with the tuples 1, 5, 3, 7 and R2 AC, where the tuples are 1, 7, 4, 9. Assume that RABC is the full natural outer join of R1 and R2. Consider the following tuples of the form ABC, where A equals to, one of the record is A, so that has values 1, 5 null, B equals to 1 null 7, C equals to 3 null 9, D equals to 4 7 null, E equals to 1 5 7, F equals to 3 7 null, and G equals to 4 null in. Now the question is, which one of the following statement is correct? Number A, B, C, D, 4 options there are given. So the relation we will first study, first go through the question carefully, what it says, what information it provides, and based on that information what question is or what information is expected as the answer. So here we have taken two relations, one is R1 and another is R2, and what are the columns or attributes in those relation. In R1 the attributes are AB. So if we write in this way, there is a relation which is R1, the relation name, and it has two attributes AB. It has two attributes AB, and another relation is R2 and its attributes are AC. Attributes means column. So another relation is there which is R2 and the attributes are AC. So if I draw the table on relation, how it will look? Now R1, it will have two column, A and B. Okay, and R2 is another relation which has column or attributes A and C. So here in these two relations, what we can see that both R1 and R2 have one common column or common attribute, which is A. So R1 A, and here R2 is also A. So this is the common attribute between these two different relations R1 and R2. Now there is some information has been provided about the tuples in relations R1 and R2. Tuples means rows or records. What are the rows or records in R1 and what are the rows or records in R2? So we go back to the question once again. So consider two relations R1AB with the tuples 1, 5, 3, 7. So fine, here is one tuple or one record 1, 5 and another row or record is 3, 7. These two tuples are in this relation R1. Next, again going back to the question, then R2AC has tuples 1, 7, 4, 9. So R2 has tuples 1, 7 and 4, 9. These two tuples or two records are there in this relation R2. Now what are the questions that has been asked? Assume that RABC is the full natural outer join of R1 and R2. So R will be another relation which is containing the attributes or columns ABC, which is found by doing the natural outer join operation between these two relations R1 and R2. So here is R is a relation and it has column or attributes ABC. How this relation is found? This relation is found by doing the natural outer join between R1 and AB. So this is the symbol of natural outer join between which two relations? The R1, R2. So this is the symbol for outer join, which is the outer join, or we can say it full outer join. So we are obtaining another relation RABC, which is found by doing the outer join operation, natural outer join operation between two relations R1 and R2. So if we draw the table for relation R, so what will be its columns? Its column will be A, B and C. A, B and C. Now we have to find out what are the tuples or records will be there in this relation R. So in full outer join, how this outer join operation works, which takes two relations as operand and it works on that two relation to obtain the output relation. So actually outer join can be of different types. For example, there can be one of the operation is known as left outer join. Left outer join. Another outer join is known as right outer join, and the third is known as full outer join. Full outer join. And what are the symbols are used? Left outer join, its symbol is like this. Right outer join symbol is this one, and full outer join symbol is this is the symbol of full outer join. Now first of all we see what is the left outer join. Left outer join means, suppose we are obtaining a relation, suppose R3 between R1 and R2. So what is the relation? Suppose R1 and we are doing the left outer join between R1 and R2, and the column which has three columns A, B, C. So what will be the tuples in relation R3, which is obtained by doing the left outer join between two relations R1 and R2. In left outer join, what happens? If we see when we are doing the joining operation between two relations, then there must be some common column based on which two different relations are being joined, or the records from two different relations are being combined. So what are the common column or common attribute in these two relations? Now A is the common or only common attribute between these two relations are A and B. Now when we do the outer join operation, forget about the outer join operation, just simply think about join operation. Then if we do the joining between these two relations R1 and R2, then what will be the output relation? What records will be there in the output relation? So in the common column, if there is any matching values for this common column, so the matched rows from between, for the rows which has a matching value in the common column, that two rows will be combined into one row. What that is mean? For example, in common column is A, and here one of the record is 1 5. So what is the value of A in R1? This record has the value 1. Now here if we see in R2, there is also a matched a record in R2 for which the common attribute A has the matching value. So here is another record which has also the value 1, and that is these two values of A in this two column are same. So these two records we will do combine, these two records will be combined. So after combining, what it will be? It will be, suppose A, B and C, these are the three columns. So in natural join or inner join, what happens? If there is any matching values in the common attribute, then that records which have matching values that are getting combined. So here A will be 1, and what is the value of B? B will be 5, and that will be matched with this records. So A value is 1 already there. So what is the value of corresponding value for C column? As 7. So 1 5 7, this will be one of the tuples or records which in the, suppose this is relation R4, which is a natural join between R1 and R2. This operation symbol is for natural join. So in so after natural join, if this is the relation R4, so there will be one record 1 5 7. Actually, how this record we find by combining these two records which have matched values in their common attribute. The next record in R1 is 3. Value for A column is 3, and B, the value for B is C. Now here 3 is there in this relation R2. There are no so matching value for 3 in this R2 relation for column A. So 3 7 will not be matched or will not be combined with any of the rows from the relation R2, because no other rows in relation R2 in common attribute has the matching value 3 like the R1. So 3 7, it cannot be combined with any of the rows with the relation R2. Now relation R1 is over. Now we go to relation R2. In relation R2, suppose 1 7, this record has been combined with this record 1 5. Next record in R2, the A value for A equals to 4 and C is 9. Now in R1 relation, there are no such records in R1 relation, so that the common column A has the matching value like the column A from the R2. So there is 4 in here R2, the value of one of the value of A is 4, but here is no such records in relation R1 for which the column A has value R. So 4, 9, that cannot be combined with any of the rows from relation R1. So if we do the natural join operation, so suppose R4 is a natural join output between R1 and R2. So what will be the tuples that will come in R4 relation? Now this only one tuple will come, that is 1, 5, 7 for A, B, C column, and that will be the answer. So what happens in natural join? To do natural join operation between two different relations, there should be at least one common column or common attribute, and based on the matching values in that common column, two records from two different relations based on the matching values in the common attribute, these two records are getting combined. And if for the non-matched records there would not be any non-matched values, there will be no combination, there will be no result after combining the two records from two different relations for the non-matched values. So here the non-matched values from R1 and relation for common column A is 3. For 3 there is no such records in R2, and for 4 there is no such records in R1. So this 3, 7 from R1 and 4, 9 from R2, they are non-matched values. So non-matched values will be excluded from the natural join or inner join. Only the matched values will be there in the output relation. So there is a difference between inner join and outer join in this respect. So what is the difference between inner join and outer join? In inner join, only the matched values will appear in the output relation. Only the matched values will appear in the output relation. But in outer join, matched as well as non-matched values also appear in the output relation. Matched as well as non-matched values are also appear in the non-matched values also appear in the output relation. Now there are three different kinds of so in outer join there will be matched records as well as non-matched records. So now in outer join, when it is left outer join, what does it mean? Suppose the left outer join, suppose R4 is a output relation which is obtained by doing the left outer join operation between two relations R1, R2, and it has the attributes A, B, C. So what will be the output relation in R4? What will be the tuples or records will be there? I told you in outer join matched values as well as non-matched records will also appear. So in R4, if there are 3 columns, so if we see the left outer join which is performed between these two. Now first see the say record 1, 5 which has value in A column 1, and this record in R2 1, 7 also have same value in common column A. So that is these two records are matched records, and they have the same value in their common column. So these two records will be merged into one record in the output relation, and it will be what will be that I have already discussed. For A, value will be 1, B will be 5, and C will be 7. So in left outer join there will be matched records as well as non-matched records. So 1, 5, 7, this is the matched records which is found between these two relation. But I told you that outer join also contain the non-matched records also. For example, R1 and R2. In R1, this column value in column A is 3. So 3, there is no such records in R2 relation which has value 3 in there are no such records in this relation R2 for which records the column value A has value 3. So this 3, 7, it's a non-matched records from relation R1. So as we are doing the left outer join, so the relation which is in the left, that is R1, so from that relation if we get any non-matched records, that also will be included in the output relation. So in left outer join, left relation is R1 and non-matched records is 3 7. So 3 7, that will also appear in the output relation of the left outer join. So A will be 3 and B will be 7, but it has no matched records with the relation R2. For that, so we will not get any value for C. So what will be the entry for C column for this non-matched records, which for which there is no such matching? So there will be a null value in this column C. So this is the matched records and this is the unmatched records. And in left outer join, so in left outer join the output relation will contain matched records as well as the non-matched records from the left relation. Here left relation is R1, so from R1 the non-matched records 3 7 is included, where the value of C which is found in relation R2, as there is no matched value in R2, so there will be, for C there will be value null. So that is the left outer join. Similarly, if we want to find out the right outer join, suppose the relation output relation is R5 and the relation comes in the form ABC, and which we obtain by doing the right outer join between relation R1 R2. So R1 and R2, they are doing the right outer join. So what will be the records in relation R5? So A, B, C, 3 columns will be there. Now in as outer join means it will contain matched records as well as non-matched records. Now we will see the R2 relation R2 1 7. So common column A, which has value 1, and in R1 there is also a record 1 5 where the value for column A is 1. So these two records are matched, so these two records will come here. These matched records will become in the output relation 1 5 7. So in output relation there will be 1 5 7, which is a matched records. Now we will see the unmatched records, if there is any unmatched records from relation R2. Now second record, the value for common column A has value 4 and the record is 4 9, and for this value for A, which is 4, there is no such records in relation R1 for which the column A has value 4. So 4 9 from this relation R2, that is a non-matched records. So non-matched records which is coming from the right relation. So this unmatched records 4 9, that should be included in the right outer join. So 4 9 means A, value of A will be 7 and C will be 9, and there is no matching. There is no matching records with this R1. So for B the records will be null value. So what will be the records in this after right outer join? A will be 4 and C will be 9. As this is unmatched records, that means it is not matched with any of the records in R1. So there is no such values for this unmatched records, so value of B will be null here. So that is the result between R1 and R2, which is on which we are doing the operation right outer join. So in right outer join, the output relation will contain matched records as well as the non-matched records which comes from the right relation. So that is the left outer join and right outer join. Now we are considering the full outer join. Full outer join means, here I have told you R3 is a relation which is obtained by doing the full outer join between R1 and R2. What does it mean? In full outer join, when it is full outer join, then there will be match records as well as the non-match records from both relations R1 and R2. So in R3, the tuples will come in the form ABC, which is a full outer join between R1 and R2, which is full outer join between R1 and R2. So in this is relation R, full outer join between R1 and R2. So what will happen from R1 R2, both the matched and non-matched records will come, and non-matched record should be from both relation, that is from both R1 and R2. So here if we draw the column ABC, so R1 and R2 already we have seen here 1, 5 and 1, 7. These are the matched records, because for these two records the common column A attribute have same value 1. So one of these two records will be combined into one record in the output relation, and the tuples or records will be 1, 5, 7, where 1 will be value of A, B, 5 will be value of B, and 7 will be value of C. So what will be the match records from which is between R1 and R2 after full natural join? Now A1, B5 and C7. Then we will see the left relation, that is R1, which has 3, 7. This is non-matched records because common column A value is 3, which is not found in any record from relation R2 for common column A. So 3, 7 is non-matched records, and this non-matched records will be included in the output relation of full outer join, and where the value of A will be 3, value of B will be 7, as this is not matched with any of the records of R2, so value of C will be null. So as a non-matched records, the non-matched records that will come from the left relation will be 3, 7 and C will be null. Then we'll check the non-matched records for right relation R2. Now this 1, 7, this is already included in the matched records. Now another tuple is 4, 9 for common column A. There are no such records in relation R1 for which the column value A has value 4. So R2, these records for 4, 9 is a non-matched records from relation R2, and for this records that will be also included in the output relation of full outer join, where the value of A will be 4, value of C will be 9, as this is not matched with any of the records from R1, so value of B column will be null. So what the non-matched records that is coming from the right relation R2, now for A it will be 4, C will be 9, and as it is not matched with any of the records from relation R1, so column V the value will be null. So this is the matched records, and these two are the non-matched records. Among this non-matched records is 3, 7 now is coming from the left relation R1, and 4, 9 this is coming from the right relation R2. So that is the output of the full natural outer join between this two relation R1 and R2. So these 3 records or 3 tuples will be there in the output relation, which is for output relation from after full outer join. Now we will go back to the question, what the questions they are asking. Now the question is, consider the following tuples of the form ABC. Now here some tuples some tuples have been given A, B, C in the question. So what are the tuples that we will see once again? One of the tuple is 1, 5 null, that is value of A equals to 1, value of B 5, and C will be null. So what is one of the record here? It is mentioned in question 1, 5 null. So this record is given name small a, And next we will come to next record B, 1 null 7. So another record which is given, that is 1 null and 7, it is record B. The next records is given C, 3 null 9, 3 null 9, 3 null 9, which is record C, which is record C. Next record, next tuple, what has been given D, 4 7 null. So another record is 4 7 then null, which is record D, 4 7 null. Then question we go to E, 1 5 7, the record 1 5 7, which is record E. Okay, 1 5 7. Then there is another record F, 3 7 null. So there is another record 3 7 null, which is F, which is F. And another relation is given G equals to 4 null 9. Now G equals to 4 null and 9. So this is G. So these tuples are given as in the question. Now what question? Which of the following statement is correct? Option A, R contains A, B. Now we see R contains A, B, E, F, G but not C, D. That means among these tuples, which of the tuples is here appearing in the actual output relation? One of the tuple is 1 5 7, that is E. E comes in output relation actual. Another record is 3 7 null, 3 7 null, that means this record. 3 7 null means this record. Which one? F. So F is also coming in the output relation. Another is 4 null 9. So here it is 4 null 9. So that is 4 null 9. So that is also record G, that is coming in this output relation. So in output relations, which of the records is actually there in output relation among this? All of this A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So only E, F and G, these three records will be there in the actual output relation among all of these records A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Now question comes, question option A, R contains A, B, E, F, G but not C, D. So R contains one of the options, so I'm just first writing the option A. Option A, what it is telling, that option A is telling R contains A, B, E, F, G but not C, D. R contains A, B, E, F, G but not C, D. Now R contains, actually here R contains only E, F, G but not A, B, but here it is written R contains A, B, E, F, G. So option A is not correct. Now what is the option B? Option B, R contains all of A, B, C, D, E, F, G. R. So option B, it is telling R contains all of A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So here only E, F, G is there in the output relation, but so that option B, that R contains all of A, B, C, D, E, F, G, which is not also correct. So option B is not the correct answer. Now we will go for the option C. So we will now go for the option C. What option C is given there? So option C is telling R contains E, F, G but not E, F, G but not A, B. So the C option is R contains E, F, G but not A, B. here you see R contains EFG but not AB, so option 3 is correct. So we will that is the correct answer. And what was in option D? Option D is R contains E but not FG. So option D was R contains E but not FG. So here R contains all of EFG, so option D is also not the correct answer, so this is crossed. So that is the question, that after this full outer join, what of the records among this all these A, B, C, D, E, F, G, only EFG will appear, and based on that which option is correct, that we will find here. Okay, thank you.